All right, people, welcome back to the Cobra Show. And this week we're going to be drop kicking the competition out of here. That's right. Season 3 of Cobra Kai, now streaming on Netflix. So let's get it.
Welcome to the Cobra Show.
All right, people. So season 3 of Cobra Kai is starring your boy Ralph Macchio, William Zabka, and Mary Mauser. And basically, it's starting right where season 2 left off. And we have Miguel, who is hurt. I don't want to give too much away if you didn't see the other seasons, but basically the storyline for this one, Miguel's hurt. That's all I'm going to say. Some real crazy karate action happened at the end of season 2, and he's hurt, trying to recover. And basically, you got Miyagi-Do trying to come out the trenches to clear their names, because we all know Miyagi-Do, Daniel Sun's crew are the good guys, and then we have the battle basically between good and evil. You got Johnny, who's played by William, his crew. They're trying to come back and clear the things up too. But then you still have Cobra Kai lurking. Still got Cobra Kai lurking out there. They're not gonna go nowhere. And that's all I want to say about where the storyline goes. Because like I said, if you haven't seen season 1 or season 2 yet, I'm definitely not here to ruin it for you guys. But basically, overall, I'm really digging this series, because when they originally announced it, Cobra Kai started out on YouTube with their streaming services, and then finally it came over to Netflix. Netflix picked it up. I'm a huge Karate Kid fan. Me and my older brother grew up on the Karate Kid. We used to kill that trilogy. Karate Kid 1 and 2 is definitely the best. Karate Kid 3, not so much. But I love that franchise. So when I heard about the Cobra Kai series coming, I'm not going to lie, I was skeptical. I didn't know how it was going to be. I didn't know if it was going to be corny and they should just leave it alone. Because, there was a Karate Kid 4 that starred, your girl Hilary Swank, which was okay. And then, they rebooted the franchise with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith, which that movie wasn't too bad too, but I just felt at first, I was like, leave that franchise alone. But yo, this show is actually it's pretty decent. It's pretty good. For me, it brings back that nostalgic 80s, the feel, the vibe, from the classic 80s rock music to the cars that are driven in the show that they bring back. Everything about the show has that crazy 80s nostalgic feel with the little cheese factor, but the cheese actually works for the show. So I dug it. Some of the crazy, corny lines that if you say it today, people are going to look at you crazy. For example, Johnny Lawrence still says, babe, and, that chick's hot. Nobody talks like that no more. But I liked it because that was the lingo back then. And, a few other cheesy one-liners that, we're used to seeing in 80s shows and movies and stuff like that. So I felt the vibe, and it just brought me back to my kid watching a lot of, the stuff that we grew up on watching, and the stuff that they said in the show brought me back to that with the music. The acting is okay. There's the typical cheesy teenager back and forth banter and one-liners and stuff. So the acting is okay. Some of the people could do a little bit better. Action wise is pretty good too, except for, let's just say, their reaction times are a little off sometimes. So when somebody is supposed to be hit real hard, the reaction from the other kid or group of kids sometimes is just not believable, or the timing is off. It's hard to explain it. When you watch the series, you'll see what I'm talking about. So some fight scenes actually are well done choreography wise, and then other fight scenes are just that could have been shot a little bit better, maybe chopped up a little bit better when it comes to the editing to blend it so it looks a little bit more cohesive. But other than that, acting is decent, action is decent, because they throw some of the 80s cheese with the fighting style, in it. You gotta remember, we're talking about Daniel San and Johnny Lawrence. So that style of fighting with the karate that we saw in the movies back then. They kind of bring it back with like a modern twist. But when Johnny's fighting, I dig it. Daniel's son, he's still kind of stiff. Ralph, because I always thought he looked stiff with his karate in the Karate Kid series, and he still looks stiff. So it's just funny. I laugh when I see him fight because it just doesn't really look like he's inflicting pain, but he is inflicting pain. So it is what it is. I mean, I like the show overall. So season 3 is definitely, I want to say, it's not as action packed as the first two, but it gets its point across. And the setup, I'll say I can't wait for season 4. And I definitely feel like this show is going to get greenlit for a season 4. So with that being said, excuse me, overall, on a Kaiba scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this season a solid 8. Compared to the other ones, I think I like season 2 probably the best so far, but season 3 was solid. It was solid for what they gave us, because like I said, they're building up for something bigger. I'm saying that right now. I'm calling that right now for season 4. So definitely check it out. It's on Netflix. It started out on YouTube, but now it's streaming on Netflix. It just dropped the other day. I want to say like Saturday or something like that. January 2nd or January 3rd. I'm fresh out of work, and I just finished it when I was at work on break. So, and that's why I'm still dressed like this to give you guys the review, because I couldn't wait to talk about the show, because I'm actually happy that the show is actually doing well. Because like I said, this is something from my childhood, and I love the first 2 Karate Kid movies. And there's a lot of cameos this season. They brought, not to ruin anything, but they brought some surprising guests from the past. I'll say that. So check it out. It's on Netflix, and you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button. After doing that, hit the bell button so you get notified every time I upload a video. And please leave a comment at the bottom. Let me know what you thought of Cobra Kai. And as always, hit that like button. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.